Hey everyone, welcome back to a new episode on the Channel 64 server. As you can see, we've hung up our iron sword. It's finally retired. It's almost to the point where it was breaking, so I went ahead and enchanted the sword we found in the jungle temple. Again, a Jess creation. It's beautiful. And it feels good to have a netherite sword again. I didn't use anything but iron last year, and obviously I was using iron up till now. So to be able to not have to like 4-hit most mobs to kill them, it is pretty nice, and it's very pretty. I've also been working out here. Like if we come, yeah, you can see around the lake. Well, you probably saw in the intro fly-in, but I've went ahead and just bricked and detailed around the lake. I decided, you know what, I probably am not going to change it up that much, so I should go ahead and just finish it. So I did. I've even added in another bridge. I haven't added in the other two yet, but I think we're pretty good. We're gonna be doing a lot of work on this side before we start on that side. So having a bridge over there is pretty good. I've also done this path that's gonna lead to what I'm gonna call the farming district over here. I'm hoping to do a little work over here today, and then I've added the retaining wall on this side. It is not detailed or anything like that, but it's in place so we don't have a floating platform. Again, when I work in front of it, so like if we do any work up here today, I'm probably going to go ahead and detail the wall in that section, and that's how I'm going to go about doing that. It's just easier for me to do it that way than trying to knock it all out at one time. Yeah, I'm really liking everything. I'm liking the change of colors. I even worked it in with the retaining walls that were here yesterday. So this gray wall came all the way down to about right here, and then I had continued it down to connect it, and it looked weird that there were two different colors. So I was like, you know what, let's just make this retaining wall go up and then loop around, and that worked out really nice. I'm pretty excited about how the way this area is turning out. We haven't checked our shop in a while. We should probably do that. All right, I have gone ahead and brought in a bunch of tacos because I have gotten a bit of a sneak peek, and yeah, tacos have been selling pretty good. I did name them something different. You know what? Let's take all the ones out that just say taco, and we'll fill them up with the golden harvest tacos next time. And I've also come up with a name for our guy right here, Duncan. All right, restocked and ready to go. Have a good one, Duncan. Yeah, that's right. You like that name, don't you? Okay, in between scenes, I've been doing a little work down here on the drowned farm, trying to get it automated and stuff. I'm kind of at that point, though, where if I'm going to finish automating it and everything, I forgot barrels. Dang, I think there's a barrel stuck in one of these chests somewhere. But if I'm going to get to the point where I'm going to kind of finish the room out, I need to go ahead and decorate it. But I wanted to show you guys like what it is right now. So we still got our little slashy hole. I'm going to switch that out for a better block. But we got our slashy hole. We got a drop revator system that's going to go up. I don't have a water path in there now because I wasn't sure how I was going to do the walls. So I'd rather have the walls in before I do the water path. So the water path is going to come around, go into this L shape, and then land over here, where we're going to have this ice path with another... Oh, wait. Will this work? Ah, yes, it will. But I'm going to need either chests or honey on this back wall to get everything lined up right. But yeah, it'll work. Okay. Whew. Thought I was overlooking a step. So yeah, that should be good. Matter of fact, do I have any... Oops. See how close we were to lava? I do need to get up here. You know what? Let's do that now. Because, you know, drop creepers are real. Well, that goes way up there. Huh. This might be a dumb idea, by the way. So let's do it on camera. A little more. Oh. Okay. It'd help if... don't fall. Where'd I go? Oh, back to that mine shaft. Okay. Well, at least I know I have another route to get there. Cool. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and start decorating a little bit. I wanted to bring you back to let you know what exactly I was working on before I jumped into like a time lapse or something. Yeah, see you on the other side. And we are finished. I really like how this turned out. I was very afraid. The only thing I went in is the color palette. Like I knew I was going to use cyan terracotta, the gray concrete, and then the lime concrete with the powdered version. Those were the only things I knew I was going to use. And I think it turned out pretty good. The time lapse is a little weird because I tried to get a little artsy with it. I normally shoot my time lapses with a single camera motion. I don't chop it up, but because of how small this room is, I chopped it up. And then I watched it back and I went, yeah, you know what? That's fine. But it didn't feel right. So I went back and I redid it with the single camera motion. And like you had parts where like right here, the camera was panning while I was building scaffolding, and up at the ceiling was a little obstructed till I was done. And I actually really liked that in the time lapse. I don't know why, but I did. So I kept it all in and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. You could see all my mistakes. Like I was using this way too much, so I ended up switching out for stripped spruce because spruce has that little green hue in it, which is why I don't use the stripped a lot. But I felt it worked really well in here with all the green and the lime and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm extremely happy. The farm's working amazingly. I've already got enough copper to fill my filter up. Not my heads yet, though. Not yet. And I've got way more of this. I should probably get a... What's that villager that trades? Oh, I'm mind blanking. But that trades rotten flesh for emeralds. That would be a good thing to have. But I don't want to fill up this whole area with stuff like that. This was just a spur of a moment thing. I happened to be mining down here and heard the spawner, and I was like, hey, you know what? That's close enough, and I get to make some XP at my base. Well, with a side effect of copper. I mean, I originally thought it was bones, and to me that was a little better. But I'll take some copper. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't usually build with a lot of copper, but we might make an exception. Now, also, in between that whole filming time-lapse thing, there's a pause moment where I actually stopped and went to meet Omni and eat at his new restaurant. So at first, Omni had us meet in saltwater and then follow him into a hole in the ground. And I don't know about you, but following Omni into a hole is just the scariest thing imaginable. But it's actually the entrance to his new restaurant, Sewer Food. Omni opened the gates and then showed us to our seat, along with a mine cart. Like, I was confused at first, but it turns out the minecart is actually our waiter. So once we pulled out a couple of pieces of paper, which acted as a menu, put it inside the minecart and pressed the button, the minecart then went on its way, a very odd way, went to the back and I guess cooked some food because there were some very interesting sounds that came from back there, and magically popped back out another sewer pipe and then brought our order to us. If you thought Omni's restaurant was interesting, and you should go check out his video. I'm sure the interaction was much longer than when I went. I wanted to skim through it so Omni's video got the proper response, because it's a great build. He went and showed us the redstone behind it afterwards, and it's very fascinating. You should go check it out. Okay, I was told to record when I logged in. Yup. Oh, Tarek. One, I'm not putting a mustache on this. That would take hours, and I just honestly, no, this mustache is fine. Mustache is fine. And yeah, so this guy that has pushed my parrot over. That was so hard to put that parrot in that cage. And he changed my floor. Tarek, you said this would take 47 seconds to clean up. It took me 10 minutes to put the stupid bird back, and now I gotta clean... Okay, now that we have cleaned up, I definitely think it's time to talk about this curious little bird. So this is to do with a game Liv is running on the server. Think last season when I started hiding heads in other bases. This is basically taking that idea and ramping it up. She has made an absolutely amazing custom model called Wally Waldo. If you know the children's book, Where's Waldo? The essence is still the same. We're still hiding Waldo or Wally and other players' bases. And it's supposed to be not so obvious, but also not super hidden. So let's see where we can go ahead and hide this guy. Alright, we are on top of Mark's awesome factory build. Mr. Mark Crafter. If you are unfamiliar, definitely go check him out. And yeah, we're gonna hide Wally Waldo somewhere in here. But I obviously don't want to show it on camera, so this is as much as you're gonna see. And I'm probably not gonna hide it anywhere near here, so this was the least helpful hint you could have gotten. All right, one more thing before we call it a day. I'm gonna visit Aerington and post a picture that's a bit memorable to him. So if you haven't really kept up, Aerington was on the Inside MC podcast. You should definitely go give that a listen. But there just so happened to be something memorable that came from it. 1 second. There we go. Now look at that. Oh, I hope he likes it. It's a very nice picture of Aerington. Okay, everyone, I think that's going to do it for today's episode. We're a little late to start a new project, and I kind of want to work on moving some villagers, so I'll probably end up doing that off camera between episodes, because it's kind of, I say boring, it's more annoying than anything. But yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you liked it, hit the like button. If you want more, don't forget to subscribe. And until then, bye!